Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello and welcome to episode 190 of the Film Blurs. I'm Jeff Stewart, aka Uncle Jeffrey, and I'm joined here as always with my friend and co-host.
What's up, ball bags? It's Brandon Norwood. And I'm going to skip all my AKAs because I'm just going to get right into some quick news before we get into what have you watched. Some quick news is Rush Hour 4 is happening at Paramount. And the reason it's happening at Paramount is because the Ellisons are best friends with Trump. And Trump, noted bigot, wants Rush Hour 4. I was like, he wants a movie starring a Asian man and a black man. He wants that to come back. I get it. Those movies are racist as fuck, though. Especially the first one. The first one, to me, is hard to watch. Because I'm just like, yo, a lot of this did not age well. Like, it was funny at the time when we were more culturally insensitive. But watching it now, I'm like, this is fucking rough.
It's, so I recently tried to rewatch the Hangover trilogy, right? Because it's just on HBO. And watching that is like, ooh, even that. And that was only from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's still rough.
So Warner Brothers, they agreed to this under the guise that they get the rights to the movie back after 20 years. B, Paramount has to pay for the budget and the marketing themselves. And C, they get 50% of the profits.
This sounds like a shakedown.
All for a series that has been dead for 18 years. And the last one, it took 8 years to get Rush Hour 3 after Rush Hour 2. And when Rush Hour 3 dropped, it was so underwhelming that shit literally came and went. Like, I remember going opening weekend, and we were on one of the tiny screens at AMC Hamilton 24, right around the corner. Mm-hmm. And there's about 5 other people in that motherfucker. I'm like, dog, this is opening weekend. What is going on? And then it was gone. And I remember walking out of that shit. I was just like, that was not worth the fucking 8-year wait. Like, yo, Chris Tucker got to get over himself.
And actually, it's not even Chris Tucker. And let's. I got some news. Let's pause for a sec. So I got a Brett Ratner story. I got a Rush Hour story. It was when I was in NYU. And at NYU, they have filmmakers come by and they show their films before they hit the theater.
Right. And Brett, he graduated. Yeah, like I know he graduated.
Right. Man. Yeah. So Brett came and he brought Rush Hour, right, before it even hit theaters or whatever like that. And at the time, it was fucking hilarious to us, right? But also, I was fucking 18 years old.
Yeah,
you can fart in a bag and it's funny.
Yeah.
When you're 18. I haven't rewatched that shit in, I would say, 20 years. Right? I haven't watched any, the last time I watched Rush Hour 1 was 20 years ago, and then I saw the other ones. But I see clips online, right? And even the clips online are like, oh, God.
I mean, the fact that they have Chinese cuisine called camel's hump and eel, and I'm just like, nigga, Chinese food is either fried chicken wings over rice or lo mein, vegetable beef chicken lo mein, or shrimp fried rice, or fucking General Chow's chicken or orange rice or orange chicken over rice. Like, the fact that they actually had shit in there, they were ordering, yeah, let me get some eel. What the fuck is this? Eel. It's good. It's a little salty, but it's good. Oh, can I get some of that? You're a camel's hump? I'm like, what in the fuck are y'all doing? Chinese food has been a staple in every single town in America for since the beginning of time. Like,
Right.
even the shittiest town in America has a Chinese restaurant.
I mean, look, they have Chinese food in fucking England,
Yeah,
right? Like
man.
they got like Chinese food in India, right? Like it's yeah.
Come the fuck on. I'm like, yo, that is beyond racism, bro. I was like, yo, this is just plain ignorant. And not even like funny ignorant. It's just ignorant. Because there's funny ignorant. I say funny ignorant shit all the time. Jeff says funny ignorant shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's my staple.
this shit here, I was just like, no, this is just fucking, it's not even funny. It's, yeah. Look, I still enjoy Rush Hour 2. Like, I think Rush Hour 2 is an enjoyable movie, but like, I the series as a whole, I don't think anybody was craving a Rush Hour 4 18 years later. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all are literally like 14 years too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all had a window of opportunity of 4 or 5 years after Rush Hour 3, and then everybody stopped caring.
And here's the thing about it, it's the older generation that are clamoring for this, right? Like, and it's a part of that nostalgia bullshit that keeps Star Wars and all these other IPs alive. It's because some old white man remembers the day he laughed once and he wants to recapture that.
And
right?
I'm like, you're president, man. Don't you have other shit you need to be doing besides saying, I want Rush Hour 4?
Yeah.
By the way, Brett Ratner didn't want to come back unless he was guaranteed a budget of $100 million. So that's how much that motherfucker's going to cost. I was like, yo, that's insane that a Rush Hour movie's going to cost $100 million. And what's even more insane is Pete Hegseth's Department of War, because, you know, Department of Defense was too pussy. Now we're Department of War. Pete Hegseth said, yeah, if the government has to, we'll step in and fund the movie ourselves too. And I'm just like, yeah, y'all took away my health care. You're taking away fucking college loans. You're taking away food stamps. But, oh yeah, our fucking hard-working taxes that we pay every year that gets taken out of my fucking paychecks, that's going to go to Rush Hour 4. Wow, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow, man.
I will never call it the Department of War. Its mama named it Department of Defense, and that's what I'm going to call him, right?
Also, yo, that just sounds so juvenile. Like, the last thing anybody wants is war. And they call it Department of War. It just sounds like a bunch of high school kids are sitting around planning meetings.
It's the dude who was on the football team in high school but never got off the bench, right? But went out to all the parties but never got any play, right? They're all these dudes, these mediocre dudes who were just happened to be there, right? Are now running the government. It's idiotic. It's a whole bunch of Al Bundys out there running our government.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what to say. This shit's stupid. Shit's all around stupid. Also woke up this morning and read that, you know, Netflix has now become the primary player for Warner Brothers, and their package is looking more and more lucrative. And I was just like, I know everybody's against it. Like, everybody says Netflix is the worst option just because they want to kill movie theaters, and if they get this, then they'll kill movie theaters. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what, man? Fuck y'all. Like, y'all did this shit to yourselves. Like, man, Comcast, get out here and bid more. Fucking Apple, get out and bid here more, because as these negotiations go on, it seems like everybody, including the public, and you're a piece of shit if even the shareholders are just like, yeah, nah. From what I understand, Paramount is like dead last in negotiations. And now, there's two
Good.
things.
I mean,
Trump is going to argue antitrust laws to make sure Netflix doesn't get it, which I'm like, you can't do that then because Skydance just bought Paramount. So if they buy Warner Brothers, that's a monopoly, number one. And especially when they haven't even proven themselves for running a movie studio. We don't know how fucking Paramount is going to shake up under Sundance. Like, everything that's coming out has been from the old regime.
Yeah. Of all the worst options, because all the options are like horrible, Netflix is, is the second best worst option. I'd rather have Apple own the shit, right? Because at least Apple fucking cares.
All right, but yeah, that's the first stipulation. The second stipulation is, apparently, Ellison has asked his dad to help him out and use the president's power. So any type of merger now, whether it's from Netflix, Comcast, or I forget who the other company is. But anyways, whoever else is, they're gonna have Trump try to stop it and put the weight of the White House behind stopping it if any other company's favored over them. And apparently there's a mystery company in play right now. It's also come out that because when we first started reporting on this, they weren't liquid on cash because they had just bought a movie studio. Well, it came out a couple of weeks ago. They've recently got back into the game for this because they got money from the Saudis. And if Paramount does end up owning it, that means the Saudis will actually own a piece of Warner Brothers, because that was part of the deal of them getting money, is that they have a controlling interest.
These Saudis, the religious nation state that is ultra orthodox Islamic, and also doesn't have a problem killing members of the media.
Oh yeah, that's what. Listen, they're favored by the White House for a reason. Besides, Dubai also being in Saudi Arabia, because money. When people think of Saudi Arabia now, all they think of is parties, Lamborghinis, and like hot women because of Dubai. Dubai is now like a billionaire's playground, and it has been for the past 20 years. But like,
I mean, look, I admire their branding efforts, right? Because they have made evil look cool and sexy.
I mean, Mission Impossible has been set in Dubai. Fucking
Fuck it. Even a Fast and the Furious was set in Dubai.
Yeah, man. Where half that shit, I was so distracted by the use of CG and the insane. Probably the worst part of that movie, which is the tower jump, how they keep jumping back and forth in the towers, and then it's also distracting because you got to look at Paul Walker's CGI'd face like the entire sequence. I'm like, y'all,
or Gal Gadot's dead eyes.
Like, I don't know how they made it work in The Crow, and they couldn't make it work. Oh shit! Yeah,
but,
so we are resorting to tactics that are terrible for one family to own another movie studio, and they've made decisions now that have already pissed off people because they canceled the R-rated Last Ronin movie.
Oh yeah, did they cancel it? Oh shit.
Yeah, they canceled it. And they're just like, Mutant Mayhem's gonna get one more movie, and then that's it. And then, it was supposed to be a trilogy. They canceled the show too. They canceled the Mutant Mayhem show. It gets one more movie, and that's it. And then apparently Ellison said they're doing a live action reboot. Sonic has already gotten 2 spin-offs announced since he's taken over. Because originally it was just Sonic 4. Now we have 2 theatrical spin-offs.
And so here's the thing. We are, I hate to get political, but whatever. This is the landscape we're in. We are 30 seconds away from having state-run media.
Yeah.
Right? When the movie studios and the media companies are owned by someone who is obviously in cahoots with the corrupt government, right? It's a wash, right? Like the fact that this administration is even weighing in on this tells you where this motherfucker's priorities are, right? And because the only reason they want Warner so bad is so they can get CNN.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah. They said that a couple of weeks ago because I told you that last night. That's their primary reason for WB. Because Bari Weiss, I saw that clip of her sister just talking all that shit, and I can't even remember what it was, but it was some real crazy. You know how the other side gets crazy with their conspiracy theories. She was saying some type of shit like that, and I'm like, damn, her sister's gonna run the Free Press, which is a noted news outlet, but more importantly, her sister's gonna be in charge of all of CBS News, like all that shit. Like 60 Minutes is gonna become like a conspiracy theorist's like fucking wet dream now. Cause like watching her sister sit there, I'm like, wow, bro, that's fucking nuts. That this is what CBS is gonna become.
Yeah, this is the worst timeline, right? This is, and I think we owe it to ourselves as members of the press to every time that we are on, we should say, release the Epstein files.
You know, I wish the checks and balances would come into play. Like the fact that only 2 people in the government are just like, what, y'all don't see what the fuck's happening, and it's Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Everybody else is kind of not spoken on this, and I'm like, nah, bro. More people should be talking about this shit. Like even normal people are just like, yeah, I hope Paramount doesn't get it, just because of the Ellisons, man.
Right, like the Ellisons and the Trumps by proxy, right?
If they had no connection to that dude and they were just doing their own thing and whatever, I don't think we would blink twice. It would just be like, all right, well, fuck it. Like, let's see who is gonna own WB in 10 years because this company changes hands. But this shit here, I'm just like, nah, bro. And the fact that like now another fucking nation is gonna own the studio, an American studio. Isn't that what you ran on 4 times now? Make America great again, and yet every single other country has benefited, except for us.
As
Venezuela gets $42 billion to a dictator.
I thought it was $100 billion. I thought they found out we gave them even more.
Oh wow, I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, I heard.
I heard 42 because initially it was 40, and then they corrected themselves. They're like, oh yeah, 42, and now you're saying they just found out it's 100. Yeah, so meanwhile, fucking Happy Meal costs $8, bro.
Dude, I was looking at fast food and I was like, how the fuck am I paying $20 at McDonald's for one person? How is that possible?
Yo, it's gonna be upscale eating soon. Like you're gonna see fucking upper class people going out to eat on a Friday, Saturday night and bringing a bottle of wine because that is a night out.
It is fucking crazy out there.
Yeah, man. And y'all mad that people are using food stamps to buy Doritos. Like, fuck out my face.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Look, the point being, we're reporting on this because the landscape's changing and not for the better. Media consolidation has never been good. It's never been good. Like, yo, Disney owning Fox, I can't really think of anything positive to come out of this except for them hiring Dan Trachtenberg to run Predator, because the Murdochs were so incompetent at running that movie studio. Like, yo, they could not run that shit to save their lives. But at the same time, all the shit that happened since then was not worth it.
Yeah. Right. I mean, all right, what? We got 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. Andor slipped through.
We got a good Fantastic Four, right?
Right.
Spider-Man. We got some good Spider-Mans. Well, no, that's Sony. That's not Fox. Yeah. Because we still haven't seen the fucking how the X-Men's going to shake out. That's the one thing everybody's like, oh, we're going to get the X-Men now. We're going to get Fantastic Four. And I'm like, this was not worth that shit, bro. For a whole movie studio.
I remember when the merger came through, right? And everybody on Facebook was like, this is going to be so exciting. We're going to get Spider-Man with the fucking X-Men, and then we're going to get Hulk, and we're going to get Wolverine everywhere. Look at what you got, right? Was it fucking worth it? Was it fucking worth it to have Wolverine and Deadpool in a movie if the creativity and the artistry and the soul of these things that you love are trampled on, right? Like it's an episode. We're living in an episode of the Twilight Zone. Like, be careful what you wish for, because you may get it.
This goes across everything too. Like, consolidation in general, when another company eats up another company, it's never a good thing, bro. Never a good thing.
Yeah.
Never a good thing. Oh. I didn't even, here's something that's crazy. I never knew there was a Dell. Dell was still around.
A Dell, like the...
No, like Dell, the company. The
Dell, company. Like Dell Computers?
Yeah. Yeah, because
that's an Oracle company. Isn't it?
Jesus Christ. Are they really?
I think because I think that only reason Dell is all right. Let me go to fucking the internet. You keep talking.
All right, yeah. So the only reason why I'm like, damn, I didn't even know Dell was still a thing is because the Dell family has pledged to back Trump's fucking newborns first by donating $62.5 billion to that. So that means if you're born now, apparently Trump is going to set up a bank account for you to have 10 G's in. Which doesn't make sense because then all these other programs are being cut.
All right. So I was wrong. Dell is an independently owned company. But who buys Dells?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody buys Dell. That's why I was so surprised when I was like, they have that type of bread still?
Yeah, I'm looking at the article right here. $6 billion.
So if you're giving out people who haven't been born yet $10K with a free bank account, why can't y'all hand out some money now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like, here's the thing.
Why can't I have my health care?
And like we are thinking like poor people, right? Or they're thinking like the America in general are thinking like poor people. $10K in 5 years is not going to be what you think it is.
I mean, it's barely what it is now.
Right? Like I'm still like, oh yeah.
10K can get you through like 4 months if you can stretch it.
Right. Pretty much. Right? And that's like eating home every day, right? Like you turn the heat off in the winter, right? Literally turn off every light as you leave the room type shit. And don't eat meat. Grow your own shit, right? That's what 10K will get you. Grow your own shit. You might be able to survive.
Yo, look.
So but
shit, it's all bad out here, bro. It's all bad. Yo, the fact that like, yo, preferential treatment because, hey, you guys like me and we're best friends. I'm just like, nah, son, that's not how this shit works no more, bro. That's not how this shit
And
works. But also they're saying, even if Netflix does get through, it might take all of Trump's second term, because they also said what they don't realize is Netflix has the money and the patience to let that shit run out till his term is up, so that way it gets pushed through. That's what I forget what company. Some company did that where the government stepped in and they're like, all right, and they let it go to the arbitrary process, and they held that shit up until a few people's terms were done, and they're like, all right, push it through.
Good. Like as much as we shit on Netflix, if Netflix is willing to big dick and outspend this administration, fucking, I'll keep my subscription.
Yo, listen, they are $200 billion in debt. When they're that far in debt and they're still doing this shit, and then refusing to put movies in theaters, at a certain point, you just gotta respect the insanity, because if they're willing to do all this for their company, you're fighting in a losing war, yo. Like, that's all I gotta say. Losing war.
If Netflix is willing to go this hard for Netflix, I can't even imagine our country going this hard for us. Our country would have bent over by now, especially this administration. So fucking good on Netflix.
It is. Yo, listen, scary times out here, y'all. That's all I can say. It's scary times.
It's Friday.
Yo, listen. No, there's no good scenario from this in general, but the worst case scenario and like the worst option is literally, like, I know a lot of people say the worst case scenario is Netflix, because then Netflix will kill theaters because they own a whole studio, and I'm like, you know what, man? So be it. At this point, so be it. I would rather have theaters die than to have state-run media, and have state-run media by one of the most insane people to ever live. A nigga who can barely go 5 minutes in a meeting without falling asleep. A nigga whose MRI results they have to keep hidden.
Who built his whole entire wealth on corruption, right? Like, his whole entire family
so many
is corrupt. Everyone is
businesses stole from his own dad. Because the money that his dad had was supposed to be split between him and his siblings. He stole that shit. And even his dad was like, damn, I'm a piece of shit, but even I wouldn't do that.
Right. So, like, and you can't blame Netflix solely for the death of movie theaters, because y'all motherfuckers aren't going out to movie theaters, right? You're lazy and you're complacent, right? And I've got friends online, right, that I know in real life, and it's like, oh yeah, that new shit came on, I'm gonna go watch it on streaming. And it's like, nigga, I know you make money. Go to a fucking movie theater, right? Like, go to a fucking movie theater.
There's some things you can't replicate at home. Real quick, before we move on, award season has been starting earnestly since Sunday or Monday night, when the Gothams first announced their awards. Gotham's Best Picture won battle after another, which rubbed people the wrong way, because Gotham's is supposed to be like indies, you know what I mean? And like small indies, and they gave $130 million PTA movie Best Picture. New York Film Critics Circle gave one battle Best Picture. The Atlanta Film Critics Circle gave one battle Best Picture. MBR just announced their Best Picture winner today. They announced their awards today. Best Film, one battle after another. So I'm just thinking, I was like, oh, well, I guess it's PTA's time now. He's finally going to get Best Picture and Best Director. I was like, damn. I was kind of hoping somebody would give it to Sinners.
I mean, look, at least it might be a tight race with Sinners when it comes to, like, the bigger stuff. Like, maybe the Golden Globes or something like that. But still, the fact that we are even talking about Sinners and One Battle After Another, that these two movies exist, right, is a triumph, right?
So MBR, One Battle won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor for Benicio. I was like, oh, so it's Benicio. I thought Sean Penn was gonna get it, but it's from everybody giving it to Benicio. I'm like, oh, okay, well, looks like Best Supporting Actor, it's over. It's Benicio. Best Supporting Actress is the sister from Sentimental Value. She was really good in it. Best Actress, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which completely understand why. She must have been exhausted at the end of that fucking movie. Breakthrough Performance, Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. Best Directorial Debut, Ava Victor for Sorry Baby. That is a fantastic fucking film. Best Original Screenplay, Ryan Coogler, Sinners. Best Adapted Screenplay, Clint Bentley, Train Dreams. Best Animated Feature, ARCO. Best International Feature Film, It Was Just an Accident. Wait, man, they gave it to It Was Just an Accident and not No Other Choice? Documentary, Cover Up. Cinematography, Autumn Archipel for Sinners. Best Achievement in Stunt Artistry, Final Reckoning. Freedom of Expression Award, Put Your Soul on Your Hand and Walk. I've never heard that. I gotta check that out. And then these are their top 10 films of the year. Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Frankenstein, J. Kelly, Marty Supreme, Rental Family, Sinners, Train Dreams, Wake Up Dead Man, Wicked for Good. The only two movies that I'm just like, oh, the only movie on there where I'm like, whatever, we could have easily swapped that out with a better movie though, is J. Kelly. And then the movie, I'm just like, yo, like, why the fuck is this shit on here?
Wicked for Good.
Yeah, holy shit. Damn, No Other Choice didn't even make their international films, dog.
Hey, this is Gotham or is this NBR?
This is MBR.
Okay.
They didn't even, nothing for No Other Choice. That's fucking wild. Their top 10 independent films are The Baltimoreans, Bring Her Back, Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, Friendship, Good Boy, If I Had Legs I Could Kick You, The Mastermind, Rebuilding, Sorry Baby, and Urchin.
Friendship? Really?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, listen, I liked Friendship, but also I wouldn't give Friendship shit because I have no interest in ever watching that. Yeah, that. Man. Like, once was enough. And I barely laughed the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Par for the course, where I'm just like, a lot of those picks, I'm like, sure. Look, they got the reputation they got, and it continues.
It is what it is.
So yeah, it looks like I don't know. I guess when I'm gonna scrounge up some money and I'm gonna go to the local bookie. I'm putting a G ball down on One Battle winning Best Picture and PTA winning.
I mean, they're not paying us, so we can't. Well, I'm not gonna mention them, but there are a couple of apps that out there that you can actually.
All right, so offline we will talk about this, so that way I could put down a G ball and let that G ball grow. So that way I have some money. So that way I could get some money where I could be like the equivalent of what we just talked about, 10K. So that way for 4 months I can be okay. Yeah. I can be okay for 4 months.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offline. Unless they want to partner with us, and we'll talk about that all day.
So. All right, Jeff, let's get into your watches.
What are you watching?
All right. So, what have I been watching? I'm going to keep this not as long as it needs to be. I'm going to keep this mostly to TV. I'll come back next week with all of my movies because I have a whole bunch of screeners that I need to get to before the end of next week. So that'll be a thing. But straight off the bat, I want to talk about Pluribus, which is on Apple TV. It used to be Apple Plus, now it's Apple TV. Vince Gilligan, is it Gilligan or Gillian? The creator of Breaking Bad. It's his new show.
I'm gonna mute and lower the
Yep.
volume because I don't want to be spoiled.
All right. Starring Rhea Seehorn. And this show is absolutely amazing, right? And it's another reason why I keep telling people that Apple TV is one of the best streaming services out there. So the whole entire conceit of the show is, and sort of pseudo spoilers, but you'll get to it at the end of the first episode, is what if all of humanity was literally one consciousness? What if everybody shared the same memories, say thoughts, experiences, right? One collective consciousness. And there's no war, there's no poverty, there's no pain or suffering. Everybody is dedicated to the human race. And what if a select few people on Earth were not affected by this? They were not part of the collective. And the goal of the collective from then on is to make these individuals as happy as possible. Any whim, any desire, the world is literally there for you. Now we go deeper. Now, what if this person, one person in particular, is not, can never be happy, right? So Rhea Seehorn plays this character. She's unaffected by this collective consciousness, and she is unable to be happy. She is a just miserable, angry person, right? And it's not like she had a bad life before the collective happened. She was a successful writer, right? And the whole entire show is about her navigating this world where everybody, everything is dedicated to making her happy, and she challenges that. She doesn't want that, right? The great thing about this show is it brings up so many questions about like the whole versus the individual, what has happened as X, Y, and Z. And you know, we can go deeper into that, and I would want to get deeper into it when Brandon actually watches the show, when he gets around to watching the show. But it as a black person, as a black man, it also lets me. It's the fact that Rhea Seehorn is a white woman, and no matter is really one of the glaring things in that show, right? Is that this white person who, by all intents and purposes, has the world at her fingertips, and she still can't be happy, right? She can't enjoy the life that is now afforded her. And it just brings up questions of race, sex, culture. And you may not see that on surface level, but if you dive deeper into it, this is what that show is about. And it's absolutely brilliant to me. And I can't wait to get into deeper conversations about it. But Pluribus on Apple Plus or Apple TV, fantastic fucking show. Moving on from that, I want to get into a show, a documentary series that's on Peacock now called High Horse, The Black Cowboy. It's a 3-part series, 3-part documentary produced by Monkey Paw and Jordan Peele.
By the way,
About, yeah.
real quick, I lost Peacock for the first time in 4 years.
Really? Oh, that's right. Because they tried to charge you for the year.
And I was like, nah, because I'm doing the Black Friday deal. And
Yeah.
all over social media, everybody was pissed. They're like, all right, well, I guess there's going to be no Peacock for the next year for this household. Everybody was saying that because they ain't do one this year. They're the only streaming service who didn't offer a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, I just got literally just got an email from them. I haven't even read it, but I'm still locked into that like $2 a month deal.
Oh yeah, you listen. I know they're gonna send a deal soon. They Peacock cannot afford to not send a deal.
Yeah, like they literally just sent an email about please review our new terms of service. It's like I'll get to that.
Yeah, all right. Well, how about this? How about you do your fucking Black Friday deal? Because nobody's paying full price for fucking Peacock. Sorry,
Not for Peacock.
Yeah,
Not for Peacock.
yo, apparently they lost a lot of subscriptions, mine included, because of that shit.
Yeah, like my $2 a month deal expires January 2nd. So if they don't give me something before January 2nd, then this is going to be the last thing you hear from me about Peacock.
Yeah, $7.99 a month or $110 for a whole year, and I'm like, no, Peacock's not worth that much.
You got to do better than that.
Yeah, man.
You got to do better than that.
Yeah, man. Nah.
Not for like when the off chance I want to watch Parks and Rec, right?
The only thing I watch on Peacock is literally SNL and Law and Order.
Like SNL, which
we'll get into
the fact that
later.
I have to pay. Yeah, the fact that I have to pay for SNL.
Yeah, because it used to be on Hulu.
Yeah. But yeah, High Horse. It is a great documentary about like the history of Black people in cowboy culture, right? Southern, Western culture. It was amazing seeing us in movies, seeing us in rodeos, seeing us living that Western lifestyle, because and they talk about it in the documentary. It's foreign to us, right? Like we never think of Black people as being cowboys, but like we were the first cowboys, right? Yep. Like Bass Reeves is the Lone Ranger, right? Like we did it best and we did it first, right? Like so, cowboy culture is our culture, and that's why I loved this documentary series. After watching it, the first episode, I was like, yo, let me get a fucking cowboy hat and some boots and go to a fucking rodeo, right? Because even showing the black rodeos was like, God damn, we have so much fun doing everything that we fucking do. Right? And so if you're into cowboy culture, right? If you love Westerns, and I love a Western, right? I don't like these new Westerns, these new depressing ass Westerns. Give me fucking Antoine Fuqua's The Magnificent Seven. Give me Posse, right? Give me some fun fucking Westerns with Black people in it, right? Not this doom and gloom shit. But yeah, Peacock, High Horse, watch it. Moving on from that, the Vince Staples Show on Netflix, season 2. I like it. I like the first season. It was weird enough. It felt like a hooder version of Atlanta, right? And season 2 goes beyond that. It's a more streamlined story because first season was just real kind of vignette with sort of connecting storylines, but not really. This one it's a cohesive narrative all the way through, and it gets weird and real interesting. And Vince Staples as a rapper, it's fine. I mean, if you can name more than 3 Vince Staples songs, good on you. But Vince Staples in this show is absolutely fucking amazing. I love weird shows starring black people, and this is another one in those pantheon of weird shows starring black people about the black experience, but also totally ethereal, strange, and interesting. Moving on from that, season 2 of It's Florida Man is on HBO Max now. If you don't know, It's Florida Man is a true crime show, I guess, sort of, about all of the weird shit that happens in Florida, right? Because you always hear the newspaper headlines like Florida Man eats someone's face, right? This is about these various Florida men doing Florida man shit, right? And the backstories and how they got there. And it's absolutely hilarious. And the reenactments are like A-list stars, right? So the first episode of the second season, it stars in the reenactments, Brett Kreischer, fucking Shea Wingham, Jeremy Renner, right? All playing fucking backwoods country hit criminals. And it's absolutely fucking hilarious. So it's Florida Man season 2, Fridays, HBO Max. Moving on from that, on Netflix, I love a true crime documentary. I love a documentary about the mob, and I love seeing shit about Philly. Mob War, Philadelphia versus the Mafia is on Netflix. It's a 3-part documentary about the 70s through the late 90s mob infiltration of Philadelphia. And it's so funny watching this because they're saying names in it of people I've actually heard of, right? Like from being so close to Philly, like Little Nicky Scarfo, things like that. So if you're a true crime mafia documentary head, Mob War, Philadelphia versus the Mafia, excellent. If Netflix does one thing right, it's documentaries. Moving on from that, I guess we'll do Stranger Things together if you want, or you want to wait on Stranger Things?
Yeah, we could do it together, just not right now.
All right.
I mean, yeah,
All
I
right.
gotta put myself in the. All right,
Right.
so you know what, man?
We don't have to do it.
We'll do it at the end of this segment
I mean, we
because
can do it next week.
I gotta
Yeah.
build myself up because like
Right.
I'm fucking glad this is it. To be quite frank with you, like I'm over it. Everybody loves it, and I'm just like, yo, listen, more power to you. I don't let me take away your joy.
So, and here's the thing, right? So I rewatched the first 4 seasons before I started watching this so this dropped the day before, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I didn't get around to it till Sunday.
And that was some bullshit too, because it was 8 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
On some HBO shit.
Right. So I watched the first 4 seasons, and going from season 1 to the 4th season, I realized how weak those first 2 seasons were. Right? Like conceptually they're interesting, but it's the problem that I have with this 5th season is with all the seasons, it is underwritten and overacted. Right? I don't know why Millie Bobby Brown became a thing, because if you watch this show, all she does is scream and throw her hands out. for most of it. Most of her dialogue is her looking like she's taking a shit
Yeah, because
and then
I'm
screaming.
I'm thinking about it. I haven't really liked her in anything else, and she's only been in two things that haven't been anything related to Netflix, and she
Right.
has been probably the worst things about those two movies. One of those movies is fucking garbage, and then the other one is a movie I actually like. So I'll just say it. Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is a fucking top to
It's a
bottom
mess. Right.
terrible movie outside of the lighting. Like I think the cinematography in that's cool.
Yeah.
Other than
I mean,
that,
all
though,
all she does is scream in that.
yeah, and her character, her and Vera Farmiga, their characters are written so terribly in that. I'm like, wow, man, you guys must have been written by, well, I looked at the credits and I was like, yeah, well, that pans out. Anyways, Godzilla versus Kong, she was like the fourth lead in that movie, so
she was barely in it.
Yeah.
So I can't even tell you if Millie Bobby Brown is a good actress or not.
She's not.
Because all she does is scream.
No, well, she has Netflix. That's all she does is Netflix movies. So like,
I mean,
Enola Holmes, Enola Holmes, Damsel, terrible. Electric State, terrible. Not particularly memorable in any of those fucking movies. And I can't even consider her an actress because she doesn't even respect the craft.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, man.
She doesn't even watch.
She don't like watching movies. Like, I wonder how somebody would feel doing that shit to her. If somebody she's like, hey man, I just spent 3 months in Budapest making this really cool movie. It's gonna premiere on Netflix in August. You want I highly recommend it. Like, I worked really hard on it, and her friend just turns to her and just goes, how long is it?
Right.
If somebody said that to me, I'd be like, all right, well, we're not friends anymore. You can get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, and get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Or I'm leaving.
So, yeah, man, those first 4 seasons, I mean, it got progressively better, but not great. And I think we all latched onto it because it was new enough, different enough, interesting enough. Right, and and still locked into that fucking nostalgia thing that I was talking about earlier. Right.
Well, let me see how long this fucking show's been on, because that's the other problem. This show has been on
10 years.
Yeah, so we've had so many other shows come and go, and this thing, yeah, because July 15th, 2016 is when it premiered, and now here we are, December. This New Year's Eve, the last day of the year is when this show's gonna end. So yeah, 10 years, basically 10 years. It should not have taken this long for a 5 fucking season show where every season has at most 9 episodes.
Right.
But also these episodes should not be fucking longer than
2 hours long. Yeah.
Or 2.5, because the last episode of season 4 was 2.5 hours, and I was like, there was no need for. That is longer than some movies I've seen this year.
Right.
Like Sinners is not even 2.5. It comes close, but it's not. Weapons is much shorter than 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So, and I get it. Like, I enjoy parts of Stranger Things on the rewatch. I do. Aspects of it. I just think the writing is stunted, right? Like I think they painted themselves into a corner.
Well,
right?
I don't want to talk shit about the Duffers until, I mean, I'm not the dialogue. It's corny, but let's see. Their big test is going to be the deal they signed with Paramount, because Ellison paid mad money for them to come make shit at Paramount, and the only other power play he made was Will Smith is now making movies at Paramount, and James Mangold.
Yeah, so
I'm like, a lot of mediocre talent.
Look. I mean, look. Maybe they will thrive under Paramount. I don't know, but I was a big fan of Stranger Things when it first came out because of those things, because of the nostalgia, because of the 80s,
I
baby.
really like those first 2 seasons, but like you said, I haven't watched them in forever because the
Right.
show's been on for 10 fucking years, and I just don't want to keep going back to revisit shit that
Right.
often.
So I did it because I wanted to be able to like go into season 5 like having no gaps
Good for
in like
you.
my memory.
Good for you, because man, I remember being checked out at season 3. Season 4, I was like, oh, maybe it'll get better. And by the time season 4 ended, I was mad because I was like, yo, not a single episode of this show is under 70 minutes in that 4th season. Like those, I'll give season 5 this. So far, they've been 70 minutes or shorter. But however, like the shortest episode of season 4 was 70 minutes. That is an hour and 10 minutes. Almost every episode was either 2 hours or an hour and a half. And that's unacceptable for fucking television. Like at that point, cut these shits up and make
them movies.
Make them episodes. Just make them more episodes. Like at that point, you guys should have just did 13, 14 episodes. That would have been much better than fucking it was 9 episodes and most of them were 9 or 2 hours, and then the finale was 2.5. Fuck you.
Yeah, so I went through with a clearer mindset, and I checked out for a lot of these fucking episodes.
Yeah.
Right? Like why? Like because I knew what would happen. What was gonna happen, but B, because honestly, it was a lot of fucking filler. A lot of filler in these fucking these episodes.
Yo, Hopper spends half of season 4 in Russia, dog. Like at most, they should have got him out the end of episode 3. When your season is 9 episodes, it shouldn't happen till episode 7 that they get out of Russia. Like the fact that they a group it's Joyce, Brett Gelman, and somebody else. They go to Russia, and then it takes them another 3 episodes to leave. I'm like, yo,
wait,
like what the fuck are y'all doing?
Because they try to leave, but then they have to come back to fight the other Demogorgons that are there to help weaken Vecna, so the kids can fight him in the States. It's like I think if you were going to go that route, you could have done it much, much better and much, much shorter, right? And it's self-important with the slow-mo and the constant remixes of the Kate Bush song. If I ever hear that fucking Kate Bush song again.
Yo, listen, we still got how many more episodes? We got
4 episodes left?
We had 4 just aired. So yeah, we got 4 episodes left. So we're getting 3 Christmas Day, and then the finale on New Year's Eve. And I was just like, yo, I hate how this is now planned for my holidays. Like, I've now I am almost at the end of the tunnel for award season. Like, I voted for a guild on Monday. I still have 3 more guilds to vote for. I got to start making my ballot tonight for the second guild because that shit's due on Friday at 10 a.m. I'm at the end of my rope of watching shit for this podcast to vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to watch something for fun. And now, like, the shit I got to watch for fun, I have to watch, or else it'll be spoiled for me. And I just don't have the bandwidth to sit through episodes that are fucking 2 hours, man. Like, if I want to watch an episode of TV, like, I want this shit to be an hour. Like, I'll just watch all these screeners I got if I got to sit through a 2-hour episode of TV, because at least the movie will be done.
Right.
When I finish that episode, there's still another fucking...
There's another one afterwards.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And another
That's
one.
just as long. Don't make no fucking sense, man.
Nope. So that's my rewatch of Stranger Things. It does not hold up.
Y'all motherfuckers complain movies too long. Y'all sit through 2-hour episodes willy nilly. That's crazy.
Right. So, and that's pretty much it that I have solo. Brandon, what have you been watching?
Start with Law and Order. They finally got a replacement detective. And did you ever watch Star Trek Discovery, Jeff?
A couple episodes, yeah.
Okay, how far did you get into it?
It's not enough to like know anybody.
Okay,
Right? Like,
all right. I'm trying to think of what this guy was in, because the black dude from Star Trek Discovery is now the other detective,
I'll just look him up real quick while you.
David Ayala. Yeah, he's on. It's a nice new, interesting dynamic between him and Reed Scott. Reed Scott's they brought back Reed Scott's brother as a character, and his brother got. I was like, damn. That's the last episode. It's been off for a couple of weeks because of the holiday, and I was just like, damn, that's how y'all gonna leave us with his brother getting got like that? Damn. So that's Law and Order. I don't have much to say because it's been so long since I've watched those shits. But also, let's talk about some shit that has been long gone. The past 3 episodes of SNL, they got better. Like Miles Teller's was decent. Like Glenn Powell's was fine. The best thing I liked about it was the gay boot camp and the MacGruber shit. And then
Right.
Miles Teller's episode was better. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, maybe we'll have some halfway decent episodes. And then Sabrina Carpenter, who was the last one, hers was
I haven't watched that one yet.
hers was the
Is it
best. Yeah, hers was the
All right.
best of the fucking season so far. And now I gotta use people I live with. I gotta use their Roku so I can record episodes because they pay for YouTube TV and I don't use it. So that's why I don't pay. I don't chip in for that because I'm like, yo, I don't use it and I already pay
Right.
for streaming services. So I gotta use their Roku now to record SNL off of YouTube TV because that's how they get the local channels because they pay for that. So I'm like, all right, now I gotta record SNL. Gotta record Peacock. Honestly, I might just, again, if Peacock don't offer me like something $20-$30 soon, yeah, I'm just
Life finds a way.
Yeah, man, I will never have Peacock again. Like the only thing I regret not watching before my Peacock expired is Megan 2.0 unrated. I want to see what the unrated version is.
Oh, man, I didn't even know that was out. It's probably maybe they just say fucking it once.
Maybe, but listen,
Yeah.
but yeah, like good on Lorne because because it's been rough. But y'all gotta stop with the political openings because they're not funny anymore. The Trump had stopped being funny when Alec Baldwin is doing it, and I mean this as no disrespect to James Austin Johnson, but y'all gotta get rid of the Trump impressions now because it's just not funny. Like the political cold opens are just not funny
because they have no teeth.
Yeah.
A,
Yeah.
and B, like no matter what you say, it's not more ridiculous than the shit that's actually happening.
Yes, exactly. And it's just it's played, man. Like we're going now running this joke for almost like 12, 14 years now. Because they started doing it when he first announced that he was running.
Right.
So I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of the political cold opens. Like I would like to have a cold open that's an actual skit.
Right. Instead of just Trump rambling.
Yeah.
And just saying words. Yeah.
Because the only other cold open besides the past year where it's just been mostly silent, the only other cold opens that have bombed was when Obama won the second election and they had Fred Armisen playing Obama. He's like, thank you for voting for me again. I've done nothing. And they're like, yeah, absolutely nothing. And then he kept saying, oh yeah, did this. Nothing. And it was just, you could hear the audience just shrivel up and die. Like there was no laughter as Fred Armisen kept listing off him saying, oh, I did nothing. You could just feel the audience just go like, fuck y'all for this, y'all.
Laziness. Like, and I get it. You have to make a whole entire show in a week, right? But a lot of this shit's lazy. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like it's easy kills.
I mean, I also think about it like this. Yeah, like there's so much shit going on when Obama took office. He took office during the recession, had a fucking ongoing war. And then
But you know what?
he managed to bring the economy back in his second term. Second term, he fucking killed not only Osama, he killed Saddam. Because I remember when I was growing up, that was the bad guy, was Saddam Hussein. He got both
Right.
of them niggas. So whoever's gonna take over from Trump, if that happens, just so y'all know, ain't shit getting done in that first term because this shit is fucked beyond repair. Like it's going to
And
take
like,
2 terms again for somebody to truly fix shit.
and if anyone who's over the age of fucking 20, right, who's been in this political system long enough, they know this, right? Like we as Americans should know that any of the promises that these elected officials give you, right, they're not getting done right away, if at all,
Yeah, no.
right? Because
There's so much bureaucracy, even in local government. Like getting a pothole fixed takes so much bureaucracy, and the shit that not only the citizens go through, but the representatives, like your local mayor, the shit your local mayor goes through just to get a pothole fixed is insane because everybody's just a fucking idiot.
yeah, so like your first job is to fix the job that the last guy did, right? Like that's politics. And then maybe you'll get some progress in there. Progress is slow.
You want a new playground? Well, there's so much red tape and bureaucracy because y'all forget millionaires also have their hands in local politics, and millionaires will fucking kill anything. Like we were supposed to get a White Castle on Route 33.
Oh, where we?
And the millionaires who live around here, they killed it because they're like, well, it's going to be 24 hours and we don't want people from Trenton coming in here. And it's just like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up.
The same reason that Princeton Junction doesn't have a cell phone tower. So that whenever you get to Princeton Junction Station, good luck doing any work.
Yeah, because the millionaires who live there don't want a cell phone tower, even though Verizon pays people like 15, 20 million to put up a tower.
Yeah, so
they want their land though. That's why I'm saying local. Yo, listen. So even politicians with the best intentions get fucking hamstrung. Look, the only good thing I've heard lately is that Nancy Pelosi's finally retiring, and I'm like, cool. Chuck next. Like Chuck Schumer got to get the fuck out of here.
I mean, all these motherfuckers need to just like. Because they're not doing anything.
Nah.
They're not fighting the good fight.
Not at all. Like the people who are literally fighting the good fight, they just look at them and be like, all right. And I was just like, yeah, well, I mean, they're popular for a reason.
Yeah.
And if you look at them all, the oldest one, I think, the oldest progressive, who's not Bernie or Elizabeth Warren, is Gavin Newsom, and he's like 45. And I was like, yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Well, what about AOC?
She's like 38, 37.
I thought she was younger than that. Shit.
Yeah. And this is why I say, if you're over the age of 55, you need to get the fuck out of politics, bro. Because I'm mad that we have 80-year-old men brainwashing people into doing all this dumb shit so the money stays in their own pockets. Like, I'm tired of this shit, dog. I'm like, yo, you guys have about 10 years max left, and you're making it harder on literally everybody because you refuse to give up power. It's so bad, even Obama said it. He's like, yeah, old people are killing this country. He's like, it's just that simple. They don't want to give up the power, and now this shit has fucked generations.
And old people have always fucked it up, right? But with the advent of medical science, people are staying older, right? Like, what was the life expectancy in the fucking 50s, right? You were dying by 60. That's fine. Right now we got motherfuckers out here living to 80.
Yeah, that's what I'm
90
saying.
years old.
Trump's like 82, and I'm just like, dog, why the fuck is this insane old man running this shit, y'all? Like
they would have taken away his driver's license,
right?
right? If he was a citizen, right? He wouldn't be able to drive an automobile, yet much less run a fucking country.
Oh, brother, I want people like Zorhan, like young. I want people younger than me running this shit. All right, that's where I'm at.
I mean, I would say the sweet spot would be between 30 and 50, right? Because you're still you're old enough to know better, but you're young enough to still have hope
And do the job long term.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we keep electing people in their 70s and 80s. I'm like, yeah, now they fucking this shit up, even though they're gonna kill over in 10 years, man.
Right.
Shit, man. Like you know this shit's bad when Dick Van Dyke turned 100 and he's just like, yeah, dog, honestly, I want out. He's like, and it's not even that I'm in. He's like, I'm not even in pain. I'm in great shape. I still dance. It's just I'm looking at what's going on and I want to be out of. I'm like, I want to be gone. He even said, he's like, I hope I'm dead before this guy's presidency is done.
Look, honestly, that's a lot of us out there. You don't have to be Dick Van Dyke was like, oh God, just sweet Jesus, come on, take me.
Yeah, I feel bad for the people in the retirement homes who are like 80, 70 who march for civil rights and were like part of the hippie movement or went and actually fought in Vietnam. Now they're all 70, 80 years old and they're like, or even the World War II veterans who are still alive are like, I fucking went overseas and killed Nazis for this shit.
Right, like I went over there, got all sorts of shit blown off, killing Nazis, to come back to my grandkids, my great grandkids, becoming Nazis.
All because their kids were fucking assholes. Because it's like I said, listen, we hate to say it, but it is the boomers, man. The children of the WW2 vets have really fucked shit up.
They had it too good.
Yeah.
They had it too good.
Yeah. Yes, they did. That's they did.
And that's been Political Corner with the Film Blurs.
Yo, listen, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired of the political cold opens, y'all. Just do a sketch. I'm at that point where I'm just like, y'all, it's not funny. It's just not funny. And y'all
bring
not
back
saying,
Drunk Uncle.
It's something. And y'all not saying anything new, quite frankly.
You're not saying anything new. It's not even particularly funny.
No.
It's not even funny. Because it can't be funnier than the bullshit that you're trying to make fun of. It can't. It's impossible.
It's also not funny when everybody, and I mean everybody, I'm talking about people who are living in their cars, to people who are living in the shittiest trailers, to me, to people who make more money than me a year. Like, people, we're in a bad spot when people are making $50K a year and they're just like, fuck, man, you know what? I might need to go on food stamps. I don't even get that shit. And I'm just like, yo, I understand.
So like, I was listening to this guy the other day, the podcaster, and he was like, the level of poverty, right? Like what we measured as poverty was set back in the 60s, right? Right?
Yeah,
so
because
like,
I saw that he said like you have to to be comfortable, you have to make like 120 or 150K a year.
Right, and like so like, but 100K, you're like now today,
and
you're still kind of poor.
Yeah, they said that 100K to live comfortably for a single adult with no kids.
Right.
Usually,
yeah.
Just 5 years ago, 100K was like feeding like a family of 8.
Yeah, you were making 100K a year back in the day, and back in the day was like before pandemic, before all this other bullshit. Like, you were nice.
Well, even just 5 years
You were
ago,
going on vacations.
when Biden was running shit, even 100K was still good.
Right.
And now that shit don't get you a hot lunch at McDonald's, bro.
Right. So like when you're talking about, oh, put 10K in bank accounts for all these babies, like what they're gonna do with it? What are they gonna do with it? What's that 10K gonna do? That's nothing. That's not even a year of college.
No, it's not. And y'all took away student loans and federal funding. So like college is gonna be harder to get for a lot of people to go to.
And that's by design. That's by design because they want to keep people dumb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when we're having people who can't even fucking read at a 4th grade level, like yeah.
Yeah, like it's by design. They know what they are doing. They told you what they were doing. They actually gave you a manual, right? They gave you a manual on what they were going to do and how they were going to do it, and y'all were still like,
and a lot of them still are. A lot of them still are, bro. That's what's crazy about it. I'm like, yo, y'all lost all your shit. And you're still fucking rooting this shit on. Like, yo, some dude had his wife deported. He has 4 kids. So it's him raising his 4 kids on his own. And he's just like, yeah, I still support the president, though. As his kids are sitting at the table crying their eyes out. And I was just like, Jesus Christ.
It's like I know you all think that you're white, right? You want to try to be white. And that's the standard, right? Like Asian people want to try to be white. Spanish people want to try to be white. You're not white. And real white people know. And real white people will treat you accordingly, right? And when I say white people, I don't mean fucking your homeboy that you have drinks with, right? He's not white. He's poor, right? White is rich. That's when I say white, I mean rich.
We're talking about the people where you knock on their door and immediately start screaming at you.
Right.
Immediately. Don't ask you
Right.
like, hey, what are you here for? You tell them what you're here for. Oh, okay, not interested. All right, I'm like, all right, move on. Just immediately, I'm not interested. Don't knock on my door. If you come back here again, I'll have you arrested. I'm like, bro, I'm just here to do a job, man. I don't even care if you fucking sign up or not, or if you want to take advantage of these benefits or not. You can't even let me get what I gotta say out before you say not interested.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this out there to anyone who needs to hear it. If you make less than, I would say, 40K a year, you a nigga, right? Like,
Yo, and just 10 years ago, 40K wasn't that bad. Like you could live
Right.
off that shit. Like
right.
even 30K 10 years ago, you're like, oh yeah, you could still you're doing fine.
Right. Yeah.
That shit now,
Exactly.
it's just like,
So like, you can stand by the president all you want, but if you don't make over 40 grand, you was a nigga. Welcome.
anyways, like I said, stop doing these political cold opens, SNL. They're not funny. Chad Powers. How'd you like the season? The end of this whole season?
I haven't finished it. Like I
Oh,
got,
you haven't?
I think, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 episodes. I'm like on the 4th episode, maybe 5th episode. How many episodes was it? 7?
It
8?
was like 6 or 8.
6?
Between that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna finish it. I like Glenn Powell. I really do. I think he's charming enough. He's funny enough. He can act well enough. The show doesn't really resonate with me, right? Like I understand that it's an enjoyable.
I get it, because like it's a lot of shit in there. You're just like, Jesus.
Right. It's an enjoyable show, but honestly, this is a movie, right? Like this is a movie that we would have got in the early 2000s.
Wait till you get to the end
Right.
of the season. You'll see how it becomes a show now.
Okay. All right.
It ended a month ago, and just 2 hours before we started recording, they finally renewed it for a second season. I'm like, damn,
Okay,
Hulu be
look.
just dragging they fucking feet. Unless you're Only Murders, you get renewed before the season even starts.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at the show. I don't dislike the show. It was interesting enough of a concept, right? It did not click enough for me to be like, yeah, fucking Chad Powers. It was like, to me, it was like, oh yeah, Chad Powers. When I think of it, I'll watch it, right? Like when I boot up Hulu, then I'll watch it.
It also didn't help that they were dropping episodes the same time as Only Murders. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, and I'm talking like the same exact time, like 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, you get new episodes of both Chad Powers and Only Murders. And I'm like, well, I mean, come on, y'all. You can't even air this on different days.
Right.
It is what it is. Like, yo, listen,
I feel
I'll watch season 2.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to not watch it, but I'm not like chomping at the bit. Just same thing with the Lowdown. I still haven't finished the Lowdown, right? On paper, this show is for me, right? The Lowdown on paper is for me. Watching it is like, it's all right.
Yo,
it's fine.
Listen, once you get to the end of Chad Powers, you're going to want to see the second season. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Because
right, cool.
I think it does set up an interesting dynamic going forward that eventually is going to blow up in this nigga's face.
Okay.
Because you can only look at somebody for so long. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it. I'm here for interesting TV. And here's the thing. What was it? Breaking Bad didn't really become Breaking Bad until the second season, third season. People didn't start loving it until then.
To me, the best season of that show was season 4. Like all seasons of that show was great, but when it was just like, yo, this show's next level was season 4.
Right. So like, I'm glad it's getting a second season, but some shows really do need a second, third season to finally gel enough.
Yeah, because Sex and the City, that first season's fucking garbage. And then it really takes off in that second season.
Right. Like, first season's always survival mode.
Yo, listen, that's some shit where I was just like, damn, y'all should have left it alone when you fucking ended it the first time. Like, the movie wasn't that good. Then the movie where they go to Dubai is fucking treacherous. And then they came back, and now they're gone again. Only after 3 seasons, they're gone again.
Right? And that's that nostalgia thing I was talking about. Like, nostalgia is toxic for creativity.
Yo, here's my thing though. I was like, oh, since y'all ending with season 3, I might as well just finish season 2 and season 3 because I stopped after the first season because it was so bad. I was just like, yeah, now that Mr. Big died, I wonder if they're gonna bring back John Corbett, and he did come back, and I was like, all right, let me spoil him for myself. And the penultimate episode of the show, these two
dies too?
Nah, these two break up again. And I'm just like, Carrie, you're like, y'all are in your 50s. Like, how do y'all not figured this shit out? You know what I'm saying?
Like, either be single forever or just fuck.
Yeah, so like I'm good. I thought they were gonna end up together because, like, you know, out of all of Carrie's suitors, everybody and their mom liked Aiden the best because Aiden
was the best.
He was a stand-up guy.
Right. He was like, of all the dudes she dated, he was the most like, take him home to mom. You would have built a life with him.
And it's funny because now everybody's like, oh yeah, Mr. Big was toxic. And I was like, yeah, no shit. I was watching the show in real time and I was like, yo, this motherfucker's an asshole.
Like, yeah, he was toxic. He was toxic back then. Like, what do you like? Just because you discovered something doesn't mean it wasn't in front of you the whole entire time. Like, that's some Christopher Columbus shit.
Y'all motherfuckers were in denial. That's what that was. That's called denial. So, anyways, Chad Powers. Look, Bob's Only Murders in the Building, I think sets up for a pretty cool 5th season because the 5th season's not going to be in New York or the building at all.
Okay. All right. I got to catch up. I've missed the last 2 seasons, so.
Yo, listen, I'll say this. I hope next season's not as convoluted because the way this came together at the end, I was just like, y'all had too many plates spinning and it just did not come together all that smoothly. Like, it was so convoluted. I was just like, I'm glad everything got wrapped up, but like, damn,
But
Ryan
barely. It barely
Johnson,
got wrapped up.
like Glass Onion specifically is so intricate. You know what I'm saying? And the mystery and the misdirects and shit. And even that you can follow. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Johnson writes complicated murder mysteries with this Benoit Blanc series. And even those are easier to follow than this newest season of Only Murders was. Cause I was like, God damn, did y'all lose the plot? Like this shit got wonky. Real wonky. All right, that's basically it. I haven't really been talking about much TV. I haven't watched that much TV. Like the only other things I'm gonna run through real quick, like talked about Zootopia already because we did Zootopia 2. We did Breathless, you know what I'm saying? Uh Talked about Secret Agent, you know. I'm just gonna get into this. Since it hit HBO Max, I watched The Conjuring Last Rites. The Conjuring Last Rites is insane. This movie fucking sucks. They're literally now against a haunted mirror. And honestly, this kind of felt like to me they were setting up the Warrens' daughter and her husband to have their own spin-off series. And Conjuring verse to me is over. Like, after Conjuring 2, once James Wan stepped away and started doing other things, like this should have been it, man. Like I know the Warrens have amazing cases, but I feel like this should have been a show instead of a movie franchise at that. Yeah, but a haunted mirror, fucking stupid. Moving on, I want to get into Flight Risk, a movie Wow. Look, this movie looks cheap, and I mean cheap as shit. You know what? Let me circle back around to that. Let me circle back around and let me do Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. That is the new Jim Jarmusch movie. It comes out Christmas Day in very limited release. And look, it's a Jim Jarmusch movie. Like it is people. It's family members meeting up and contemplating where they're at with each other. So, like, the first vignette is Father, where Malin Bayek and Adam Driver play brother-sister, and they go and they visit Tom Waits, who is their dad, and you realize everybody's babying their dad. They're taking care of their dad. They're sliding money to their dad. Come to find out at the end of this segment, which I love, their dad's doing fine. He makes himself look destitute and acts destitute so he can live the life of a single playboy. Mother is interesting because it's two sisters visiting their mother, who is a successful novelist in Dublin, Ireland. Their two sisters are played by Vicky Krieps and Kate Blanchett. Their mother's played by Charlotte Rampling. Painful, real painful as they go to have tea, and you just see how much of a pain in the ass Vicky Krieps is. Just fucking ugh. And the final one, and it's my favorite one, brother sister, stars these two sister brother, excuse me. These two siblings, they're twins. They go back to Paris to clean out their parents' apartment once their parents die, and they spend the day together reminiscing about stuff, visiting the apartment and visiting their storage unit, and just making sure, mourning the loss of their parents. It really is a beautiful, moving vignette. But like, yeah, this is not going to be for everybody. I liked it a lot, like a lot. Your mileage may vary. Like Jarmusch is hit or miss for me. Like either I love his movies or I'm not that taken with him. And this is a Jarmusch movie. So very slow, very methodical, very thoughtful. Resurrection, the new film from Bong Joon. Bong Joon is the dude who did Long Day's Journey into Night, and I like this much, much better than Long Day's Journey into Night. Same length as Long Day's Journey into Night, 2.5 hours, but I think this is a little cooler. It's much more memory piece and has more fantasy in it. I love this dude really likes having his protagonist be beaten up by an older guy doing karaoke. You know what I'm saying? While his gang just beats up the hero, like, because they did the same exact thing in Long Day's Journey into Night. It works here though, because at least here I was just like, oh, well, it's less about keeping a woman under power, a woman that he's with, and more about having this specific person join their gang of vampires. And I don't want to say what else, because this movie's insane, and by the end of it, it all kind of makes sense, and I will leave it at that. Eternity. Fantastic movie. Man, what am I doing? You see, guys, I am this delirious now. Eternity, it is a decent movie. Stars Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and Callum Turner. Elizabeth Olsen is and Miles Teller, they recently die. They die within like a week of each other, and they have to choose their forever, because once you die, you get to a destination, and from this destination you have to pick what you want to spend, where you want to spend the rest of your lives at. So it's either like you could spend eternity in like a beach. The beach is always crowded though, that's funny. You could go to like a winter village in the mountains. It's stuff like that. Or you could live in like Utopia world or whatever. Problem is, Callum Turner was Elizabeth Olsen's first wife, or first husband, excuse me. Elizabeth Olsen's first husband, and he now has been waiting for her to come and live with him for eternity. So now she has to choose between these two men. And look, it's a cute rom-com, you know what I mean? For me, this is like the wrong time of the year to put this out. Like, I don't understand why this didn't come out in March or something like that. But whatever. Cover Up, the new documentary from Laura Petros. I love her. Every documentary she does, or Laura Petros, every documentary she does is fan-fucking-tastic. And this is no exception. This just follows this is a documentary of Seymour Hersh and how he did political journalism in the U.S. and how he specifically blew up the My Lai massacre and also Abu Ghraib, which was, if I'm saying it right, Abu Ghraib. And I remember that was when U.S. soldiers were torturing prisoners in Iraq and taking pictures and all that. It's a doozy to watch. Like, I can't believe this shit, honestly. This is a fantastic movie from top to bottom. Like, there's nothing else I can say. With that, I watched The Alabama Solution. It's a documentary on the Alabama prison system and how these prisoners, the biggest contraband in these prisons are cell phones, because these prisoners are trying to document the inhumane treatment of these prisons in Alabama and how they're basically kept as slaves, how they're killed for no reason, how they're beaten for no reason. Like, the abuse of power is insane. Andrew Jarecki is a co-director on this, and for those of you who don't know, this is the guy who did The Jinx. So this is his movie, and like, man, it is hard to watch because like the corruption top to bottom, like even when this goes to court, the courts always dismiss the case or throw the case out and try to justify the killing. It's fucking nuts. I'm gonna talk about ARCO. ARCO is this animated film from France. It is a sci-fi fantasy, one I've never seen before. It's very good. Uh, it's a nice little. This is the first like art house movie that's not Studio Ghibli that works for both adults and children, where it's just not for one or the other, as most animated movies are. Uh, this is so it's short. It's like only 90 minutes and it's so unique and so well done. Like I'm really surprised by how well done this is. Like the voice acting, I kind of wish I could see the original French version versus watching the dub version. But even the dub version, they have heavy hitters produced by Natalie Portman, by the way, who also does a voice in the American voice version. Yeah, Arco. It came out in theaters and I saw the screener. So if you were like me and you missed it in theaters, I don't know. Neon's really weird with how they distribute stuff. I can't like they'll put it in like 2 or 3 theaters. Like Surratt was only in theaters like in LA and New York for a week and that was it. I think they did the same thing for It Was Just an Accident. Like it was only at Lincoln Center. And it wasn't even at Lincoln Square, Lincoln Center. And that was that. Talk about My Father's Shadow. This is Britain's entry for Best International Feature. I'm mad that I saw this after I voted for one of my awards bodies already, because I would have put this on my Best International Films. This is a great film. It takes place in Lagos, about 2 boys traveling around Lagos with their father, and it acts as a surreal memory piece. It is hard hitting. Like by the end of it, it hits you. Like this movie is fantastic. Man, I wish I saw this before I voted. Honestly, I wish I could have seen this yeah. I wish I could have seen this sooner, and when I had a little more sleep in me, because I was tired during this. But this is this guy's first feature, and for a first feature shot on film in Lagos itself, this was well done. I'm excited to see what this guy does next. Let me look up his name. His name is Akinola Davis Jr. It's not autobiographical. It's a fictional story that him and his brother came up with based on their experiences of losing their father when they were very young. So don't expect this to be a autobiography, but like, damn, bro, this is good, and probably like the best children's actors I've seen in a minute, quite frankly. With that said, let's go to Ella McKay. Or you know what? We'll save Ella McKay for the main review. Wake Up Dead Man. Watched it again. I like it much better on a rewatch. You could see some of the stuff planted like you do if you go back and rewatch Glass Onion. Like there's audio cues because there's something audio wise that's planted in there where I heard it during the actual murder, where I was like, oh, okay, I hear it falling, I hear it hitting the door. I think Benoit Blanc's intro in this, where he gives his whole speech on faith, was so well done, honestly. Like listening to him talk about how he feels, that whole opening monologue he has is so good. And the fact that I love, well, let me not say anything because it's not only in 600 theaters right now. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, Wake Up Dead Man now has gone from last place to second place. Like I still love Glass Onion more, but this is great. So yeah, number 2. So Glass Onion number 1, Wake Up Dead Man number 2, and third would be Knives Out. rewatched Reacher because it's on or not Reacher, Jack Reacher because it's on YouTube for free and it's fine. Like I still feel like it's a fine movie. It still don't make no fucking sense. It's fine.
If it weren't called Jack Reacher, I'd like it better.
Yeah, because you know what? The spirit is there, but the characterization is wrong just because, like, Reacher's not a misogynist. And in this, watching it again, I'm like, oh, yeah, Reacher's a misogynist. All right, and for my last film I'm going to talk about before we get to the main review, I'm going to talk about Flight Risk, like I just did earlier. A little bit. This shit's crazy. It's wild to me. It premiered at the end of November. This shit came out in January. I'm like, Lionsgate didn't want it. Lionsgate has the longest turnaround time between a movie being in theaters for 2 weeks and streaming. This is on HBO Max. Mark Wahlberg, like y'all know the setup, but Mark Wahlberg's character in this really wants to rape Michelle Dockery for some reason. Like it's insane. Like he just the whole time's making jokes about raping her, how he's gonna make Topher Grace a sissy. It's fucking insane. It's
Who
fucking
wrote
insane.
this? Who wrote that?
I don't know. Directed by Mel Gibson. The Resurrection of the Christ, Lionsgate has just announced will be 2 parts.
Of course. Wow.
Jim Caviezel will not be playing Jesus. They're getting a totally different actor. And I was like, oh, okay. I want to make a documentary about Jim Caviezel called I Was Christ.
I mean, because he's now Jim Caviezel just leaned into that whole entire ultra Christian movie
conservative.
thing. So
yeah, because he's a hardcore, staunch conservative. I was just like, well, I'm glad you came out as that after Person of Interest ended. That's going to be his like last notable role is that and Sound of Freedom, and that's it.
And
I think he's like Dean Cain now because Dean Cain joined ICE.
And here's the thing about these ultra conservative Christians. If you look at the Bible, it's democratic, right? If you look at like
because everybody's because homies Jesus is an immigrant. He's come from the Middle East. He's gonna look like the dude at the bodega, not Brad Pitt. Because me and my boy, we got real fucking zooted one day. It was like 20 years ago. We're just chilling, and my boy, we were talking about this. We were talking about religion, because he's Indian and he's Hindu, and he's like, let's see what pictures come up. He's like, because we're talking about this exact thing. Oh, Jesus would look like him and not like his neighbor. And he's like, all right, let me Google Jesus. And he Googled Jesus and all these pictures popped up. And he's like, yeah, you're proving my point. And then one of the pictures was of Brad Pitt. And we both saw that and we both looked at each other, start laughing, and we dapped each other. I've never dapped somebody that hard, but we dapped each other so hard because we were just like, yo, our point has been proven.
Like Jesus didn't speak English, right?
No.
Right?
No.
Like Jesus was a Jewish immigrant who spoke whatever language they was, Farsi or whatever like that. But all right.
Yeah, nigga, that shit was fucking wild. I was like, all right, well, yeah. Mel Gibson, you know what? Do you? But you're what's it called? The Resurrection of the Christ Part 1 and Part 2 coming out a month apart, and that is an assignment that you will be handling.
No, that's I haven't watched the first Passion of the Christ.
Well, you have to. This movie's going to be too big for us not to cover. I still have fucking nightmares from the first movie. Okay? That fucking devil baby has been burned into my fucking brain. Like, I wish I could forget that shit. I
what?
wish.
You watched Horizon, so I'll watch this.
I still want to see Horizon 2.
I mean, it's like you and Kevin Costner. You're the only two people who want to watch Horizon 2.
I do want to see this dude's full Horizon saga. Like, I want to know why I want to see the whole thing to see if it was justified being movies instead of a fucking TV show.
No, it wasn't. He thought he spent too much time with Tyler Sheridan and thought he was Tyler Sheridan. He was sitting around, was like, oh, I could do that. And he tried to do it, couldn't do it.
He's been working on Horizon though for ever since Dances with Wolves.
Really?
Yeah, and like, yo, listen, he pitched it to like, I remember he was good. He said, he was like, yo, Disney gave me whatever I wanted. So I was like, all right, let me pitch Horizon to Disney. And they read the script and they're like, yeah, nah.
So imagine working on something so hard for so long and still failing.
That he bankrupted himself, man. He has no money left. Hey, man, look, Coppola, at least he's old. He's on the way out. Plus, he can live off of royalties for everything else he's done.
And he's got the wine. He's fine.
Well, he sold the wine company.
He sold the wine? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he sold that to fund Megalopolis.
Oh, okay.
And look, he's still got them royalty checks. He's gonna be all right. Plus, he's like 89. He even said, he's like, I'm only got like 1 or 2 movies left, and then I'm done. And I was just like, yo, listen, Megalopolis is more of a triumph than Horizon. I'll say that. All right. And yeah, Flight Risk. Watch it, I guess. I can't.
Hey, look, if you have HBO, it's free, so watch it, I guess. Yeah.
Has probably the craziest final shot I've ever seen. Like, Michelle Dockery shoots the dude who's trying to kill Topher Grace in the ambulance. Like, spoiler, but who gives a fuck? You knew eventually they had to get off the fucking plane.
Right.
She shoots the dude and the ambulance, and she gets in the ambulance, and then everybody who was 10 feet away, who could clearly see what was going on, she has a whole ass conversation on the phone call with her boss before this and says, I'm coming to get you now that I figured out it's you. You're done. Hangs up. And then that's when everybody who was 5 or 10 feet away decides to come up to the back of the ambulance and start looking in like, what? And it's so awkward because everybody's just walking up looking confused. I'm like, y'all were 10 feet away and it took you 5 minutes. She had a whole ass phone call for y'all to see that she saved this nigga's life. Plus, there was people standing around her, saw her shooting at the dude who was clearly killing Topher Grace. Like, what a weird shot to end your movie on.
So when I first watched Flight Risk, to me, it felt like someone made a bet with Mel Gibson, and they were like, I bet you, let's see how bad we can make this and also keep people still watching.
Look, I'll say this, Lionsgate, you can tell when they have a movie they believe in, okay? Mm-hmm. They did not screen Flight Risk for the press. They didn't do many screenings for a lot of their films this year. They screened Now You See Me, Now You Don't a whole month ahead of time and did multiple screenings. Screening The Housemaid for over a month because the most recent screening was last night. And they showed also last night Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. You could tell when you know when they believe in some shit. When they screen it for us, they believe in it. When they don't believe in it, you will never see it until it comes out.
And like some of the stuff that they believe in, they shouldn't believe in.
Yeah. Because I'll talk about it next episode because we can't. It's still under embargo, but I swear to God, The Housemaid is one of the worst movies I've seen this year. Like that's still one of the worst movies I've seen this year.
Oh shit!
The only reason why Flight Risk is slightly better than that shit is because Flight Risk is only an hour and a half. Fucking The Housemaid's over 2 hours.
Really?
It's 2 hours and like 15 or 2:19, something like that.
Oh god. All right.
Yeah. And I cannot. By the way, just as a FYI, you might want to fast forward through the Housemaid review if you really care about seeing it, because I'm going to spoil the living fuck out of that movie. Like, from beginning to end, just because the movie's fucking insane.
I'm looking forward to it because I don't care.
All right, well, let's get into our main review. We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.